Okay, hey guys. So quick introductions to everything. So I decided that I didn't want to create a group and then just take you guys through the whole boring process of starting. So what I did very quickly is I built up a community of, get this, 1 normal person and 5 red talons. What? You see 3 normal people and, 3 red talons. What the fuck? No, these are red talons. Alright, let's just get that out of the way. These are red talons right here. Both of these guys are. I'll get started. I mean, later on in the stream, I'll explain how that went down, but that's not what's important. What's important right now is that we get this base set up because we are going into Heartlands. We are going to go into Heartlands with my buddy, and we're gonna beat Heartlands. Now, I've already played Heartlands once, and we technically beat it, but I think we went straight to the end and took it out, and it was hard. I mean, it was insane. I'm not gonna spoil nothing for nobody, but I got me some decent gear out of that map. Whenever I did, I got this pistol. We're pretty kitted up there because I decided that I wanted to go ahead and make sure I got enough gear starting off. And I gotta make sure that I get everything upgraded before I take off. Let's see, we gotta get that morale up, so we're gonna... I ended up with, getting, some white noise machines when playing multiplayer. I already had 2, but then I ended up with another one. I don't know how, don't ask me. But yeah, we're gonna head into Heartlands as soon as I can get this base set up. My buddy's waiting on me right now at this very moment, but I've got to get me some outposts really quick, or otherwise I won't be sustained. Let's see just how much food we're losing per day. 6? Okay, that means we're gonna need 3 outposts. If I calculate that, because last time I only needed 3, but we'll see, because I think that there's a favorable return. Which so much going on, I'm lagging a little bit. If I need to restart my game, I will. Because right before I actually go into Heartlands, I think I'm going to restart the stream. Because this is just introductions to let you guys know what is going down.
Just got this outpost together.
Got this outpost. Hold on a second. I don't know if it's the game does this sometimes, especially whenever you got so much already going on. It's not the multiplayer thing. Oh, let's go down here and quickly loot this. Okay, it stopped doing it. Yeah, it might have been the multiplayer thing. I'm not necessarily sure what it is. I've never really figured it out. But I might have just figured it out. Never know. That's a good amount of 9mm rounds.
That's worth taking.
And some ammo. That's good. If you haven't seen this pistol in action yet, it's badass. It is badass. Integrally suppressed, very quiet pistol. I'm kind of in a rush right now because I want to go ahead and get this base done and go help my my buddy play this and beat it, because that's actually what this group is all about. This group is going to be all about being helpful, trying to get things done. Yeah, I gotta get that upgraded.
This'll do it.
We gotta upgrade our storage. We gotta do a whole bunch right now because I'm gonna stay in the Vogelholm for a little while. I think this is called the Vogelholm. Just to be sure. Home? Okay. That works. That is perfectly fine with me. We're gonna cook a meal to get everybody's morale up.
So we need to do a fuel run, but without spending a lot of fuel. No problem.
Actually, real quick, before we do that, let's do this. Install power tools to make the actions faster. We'll need 2 people for that. Kitchen, we need 2 people for this. Okay, so I think that we ought to get everyone's morale up just so I can build a little bit quicker. I think that would be extremely helpful if I were to do this. I think we're about to get attacked. Yo, we're getting attacked. Shit. Shit. Oh, wow, that's a lot of... Oh, I didn't even need to do that. It was already open. This is probably the quickest introduction ever. So if you're wondering, I beat the game. I have beat the game. I didn't throw that out there. I don't have the characters I beat the game with. I do have a couple of the characters, actually all 3 of the characters that I beat the game the very last time with, and that's him, it's Watson, Turnbull, and Ramirez here. I beat the game with those 3. I was going to restart with a character named Jim, but I decided not to bring him because I wanted, whenever Heartland dropped, I really wanted to be a helpful hand, and here's the reason why I picked them. Because the infection resistance, and then this guy has gut packing and 150% infection resistance, so I'm able to really help people out in Heartlands. That is my goal, is to really help them out, help them beat the game. It's still difficult, even with what I have. It's still difficult. You got to dish out a lot of ammo, a lot of time. This is one of our new assault rifles. It's pretty cool. It's integrally suppressed. It's badass looking. It doesn't have a scope, but it is still really, really badass. I love this rifle so much. I decided to stock up on a couple key ammunitions, and let's see, get rid of these 9mm rounds. Those key ammunitions being the 50 AP rounds for taking out play carts, because that's something I need to do, and 45 rounds because I'll be using this pistol very, very often. Yeah, exactly. See, they won't shut up about it. They agree with me. I'm going to start a feast right after that gets done. Preferably when this gets done. I don't know if it makes a difference if I do it then or not, but as soon as this base gets done, we're hopping straight into Heartland. We're going into multiplayer. I'm going to stop the stream and I'm going to restart the stream, and it's going to basically be part 2. Part 1 of this whole thing is going to be really quick, explaining to you guys as much as I can, introducing you to my character. So Watson is my leader. Watson, obviously, this is his stats. If you want to pause and look at it, you know, this is what he's got. So Watson is kind of like my go-to guy, and then my second go-to guy is Turnbull here because of his infection resistance for the entire group. However, he doesn't have a solid infection resistance, but he does have the dead zone runner, so he's not all bad. And then we've got Ramirez here. She pretty much stays at base. She's kind of like the homebody because she's very, very strong, but she's got a weapon that I don't like repairing a lot. And she's also the sniper. She also is one that I use often for killing play cards. Because I use the sniper on her, and she's got dead zone runner, so she's good for carrying that big heavy thing. She's a badass and she's strong. Now, these two are my newest recruits, and we'll get to her in a minute. She's just a random recruit that I needed munitions for. I don't know if I'll keep her. We'll see. I'm not really attached to her. This guy right here, he is kind of like what I call my little... And he's like my stealth guy. What I say by that, he's not literally my stealth guy for playing as zombies. He's like the guy that I want to go into lobbies with, and people don't understand that I actually have a red Talon guy. He's just, they're going to think he's just a regular dude, but he's actually red Talon. He's undercover. Same thing with this guy. Looks like a regular guy, but he's red Talon. He's pretty strong. Not as strong as most red Talons, but still strong. This guy, different story. He's got the injury severity and the infection resistance. I can use him in Heartlands to help people. The group's name is The Good Guys, and the whole idea of this group is a lot of the times people say that red Talon is very harsh, they're hardcore, they're brutal military. I want this to be a group of very good red Talons. They're not necessarily from the military. They are from the military group, but they have their own little group here, and this group is meant to only do good, not to pull any strings and you know, have any underlining goals to what you want to do. It's basically just all zombie threat. These guys are purely good intentions. And that's what I want to go for with all of this. So with that being said, I think I should probably go ahead and start the feast in the kitchen to get everybody's morale up a little bit. What else do I need to do? I need to upgrade this, but I don't have... Oh, shit. Hold on. I gotta upgrade all of these. Workshop 2. Yeah, I don't have enough people with labor. But that's okay. I'll get this all set up. So I'm gonna go ahead and stop this there because I don't want to drag this out, because trust me, the other videos are gonna be very, very dragged out. If you came into this video is to introduce you guys to everything and let you know that I'm gonna go from part 1, part 2, part 3, and so on, to show you I'm only on day like 5, 6, or 7. I don't know which one it is, but I'm very actually young with this group. However, whenever I started, I brought all the stuff from whenever I beat the game, so I'm not young on loot, but we're young and just like, you know, getting into the world. And it's not about being young. You guys are gonna know these characters in time, but it's mostly about what we can get accomplished with helping people and beating Heartlands. We're gonna beat Heartlands a little differently than what most people are probably gonna do. Most people are gonna beat Heartlands by joining and playing with the default characters, like the story-bound characters, but I'm gonna use my characters and beat it with the story-bound characters. Storybound. I don't know if that's the correct terminology to be using for this, but yeah, that's how I'm gonna do this. Most of my streams, I'm not usually too talkative, but I really do want to throw that out there. There will be plenty of times I won't be super talkative, but you guys are gonna be here for the survivors, the action. I play in nightmare mode pretty much all the time. I don't even know any other modes because I've always played only nightmare mode. And that's it. I got a red Talon watchtower here, by the way, because it just really, really helps with defending the base. Not even for the zombie threat. I almost wish that the zombie threat thing wasn't a thing, because it doesn't matter. The whole point is to have these shooting positions against juggernauts, which doesn't really help too much, but it still is something. It is definitely something. They seem to do better when they're on the ground regardless. I mean, look, there's 2 juggernauts over there right now that would definitely like to say hi and chop my head off if they could. But I'm not down to fight them for the moment, just because I need to be prepared to head into, as you can see, I got a plague cure right here. We're about to go into Heartlands. So let me get my group's morale up, and then I'm going to head on out right after that. Get the morale up and get these facilities built. So you guys already know what I'm going to be doing. Let me show you my cards real quick, so you know everything that I've got. This is what I've got car-wise. And I'll show you my inventory so you know kind of what we got for now. I did, with the munitions person, I did get a good amount of ammo. Some of this has actually come from multiplayer, because I have played a good amount of multiplayer already. And I do have a good amount of guns that came from that as well. As you can see, I've also killed a lot of play cards. Let's get through all this. I have a couple Timberwolves too, I think. I use these for killing play cards. And I have a advanced muzzle brake, a couple suppressors, and a few suppressors on my guns as well. So I mean, I'm relatively stacked to be able to help people, and that's the whole point. I didn't want to farm or anything like that, go really hard farming. I basically just did what I could, played a little bit of multiplayer, got some gear, and I'm ready to go. I decided that some of my video got corrupted at the very, very beginning of starting, and then I realized, you know, the start of all of this, like when you join, everyone does the same thing. They grab some rucksacks, they head to the Vogel home, and they farm for the Vogel home. That is honestly so boring. I don't want to watch that. You don't want to watch that. If you want to watch that, that's fine. You can watch somebody else do that. But I want to get past that part and then do something a little bit different, what everyone else probably doesn't just jump into doing, and that is getting built up to where you're super strong, or at least, you know, strong as you can. Ooh, 5.56, look at that. We got some 5.56. But get to where you're strong enough that you can help people and actually have a damn purpose, and that's what we want to have. We want to have a purpose. We want to go and help people beat this game and in the best way that we possibly can. So I'm gonna hop off of here now. You guys already know what I'm doing. I'm going to get my friend in the party, and I will start the stream back up. And we will get on this. And we're going to do the story from start to finish with my friend. I'll see you guys then.